nobody tells you how loud your thoughts can be when it's just you, your kids, your business, your responsibilities, and the weight of the entire world. Especially in a town where there's only one road in, one road out. Hi, I'm Devin. I'm the owner of Sahomie Tattoo here in Valdez, Alaska. Population tiny. We're talking less than 4,000 people. In the summertime and during the seasonal time, it grows with seasonal workers and tourists and people flocking in to fish, to go skiing, snowboarding, snow machining, all the above. We have winter sports that people like to come and do and watch. We hold the Mayor's Cup, we hold hill climb here in Valdez, as well as like an ice climbing festival. And in the summertime, there's a lot of other events and things that happen, as well as cruise ships coming in. But the pressure that you can feel here in town can be massive. And I feel like that can be also put on by yourself, right? Because we put a lot of pressure on ourselves because we hold ourselves to these expectations. But today I really want to talk about what it's actually like being a tattoo artist, a shop owner, a single mom, living with high functioning anxiety in small town Alaska. Because we have good benefits of having a hospital and mental health help, but it's not always the best options for people, so you have to travel out of town and things like that. So yeah, let's kind of dive into that a little bit. Let's paint a picture that what people think life is. I wake up early, I sip coffee with my scenic views of the mountains and the trees around me in Alaska, opening my shop, taking in badass clients all day long, picking up my happy kids, and then peacefully drawing at night. It's really this cute idea of what it should look like, and maybe eventually it'll get there, with more hard work and determination, but this is what it really looks like. Realistically, for me, I don't just tattoo at the moment. I have a full-time job. I'm a single mom. I have 2 kids. I have 2 dogs, and I have a household, as well as maintaining my tattoo shop and all these regulations and things like that. I am so anxious already, on top of now I'm going through grief, and I'm taking a break from work because I can't function as a human. I can't function as a human being. I could barely step foot into the tattoo shop right now. As much as that sucks, this is what it's like. I'm trying to figure everything out. So with the anxiety that I wake up with, to where my head's in the toilet because I'm so nauseous that I don't know if I'm going to get sick. Some days I actually do. It's not just the fact of I need to maintain everything in the tattoo shop to state regulations and city codes. It's the inventory. It's customers and clients reaching out about getting tattoos and not putting deposits down. So you're standing in they want me to draw this, but they haven't set a deposit down. My policy is clearly stated as non-refundable deposit. If you don't have a deposit, no tattoo. Sorry. I do free consultations and things like that, but managing my time between being a single mom, working full time, and tattooing while going through grief and anxiety has been such a mental process because I had so much going on in my life. Now I'm at this point to where I have this free time, and not only am I trying to figure out how to balance work and life, I'm trying to fill my own cup because I'm a caretaker. I make sure that everybody else's cup is at least half full or full. Mine is completely empty. So now I'm starting fresh and trying to figure out how I can build my life to where my cup is at least half full and I can take care of everybody else around me as well. But I need to be taken care of, or I can't help or do anything that I'm supposed to. So it can be waking up with my stomach in knots because of one thing that's going on. It's like forgetting to order tattoo supplies, or forgetting that my kids have a test and I was supposed to provide certain things, or it's the puppy having an accident in the house. That's not something to completely stress over, but stress adds up. It's prepping a tattoo while fielding texts and overdue bills or emails and other responsibilities that I need to take care of, not just for the tattoo shop, but for myself and my kids. It's feeding my kids while I'm mentally rehearsing how to approach certain situations while I'm anxious, or it's feeding my kids and tending to my children when I'm mentally not okay and I mentally can't even take care of myself. When my kids are gone, I barely can take care of myself at this point. I can barely get out of bed. I can barely feed myself. I can barely do my dishes. I can barely keep up on regular household chores. So this is where I'm at. This is where I'm trying to take a step back and figure out not only the responsibilities that need to be taken care of and how to get back in a routine of all those things, but it's how can I support myself and find things that make me happy again, other than just tattooing, because tattooing is one of the biggest things that bring me peace in my life, and I'm really appreciative of that. So we're here to figure out balance and happiness and how I can just kind of walk through life a little bit calmer, because it's not easy, and I don't think people talk about that too much. I think it should be talked about a little bit more because there should be no stigma on it. Everybody has stories, everybody has challenges. It's all on how we face them, and if you talk about it on how you're working through it, maybe that can help somebody else. Being a solo parent means that there are times where you have no fallback, especially like if you're a solo parent and you don't have a lot of people who can help you on where you're at, then it falls on you. All the weight and everything falls on you. Now in my case, I have problems with reaching out for help because I feel like I just need to take care of everything by myself. So even with having supportive people around me, it's still heavy. It's still hard to want to ask for help because I don't want to be a burden on anybody. So a lot of the time it's trying to balance all these things by myself and fighting with my kids to help take care of the household because they live here too and they're old enough that they can help do chores, and it's going to help them with responsibility, it's going to help with accountability, and it's just going to help me mentally all the way around with keeping a happy household, because everybody needs help, whether they want to admit that or not. We need help in certain ways. So a lot of the time when I started my business, it's in my basement. It's legal. I went through all the proper channels, and we can dive into that on how all that began and stuff too. But a lot of the time the kids are spending time upstairs and they're entertaining themselves, taking care of themselves. If they need something, they know where they can come to get me. They know the proper channels for emergencies and things like that. But a lot of the time it's me. It's me taking care of things. And again, like, I struggle with reaching out for help because I don't want to be a burden on someone. It makes me feel guilty and shameful because I can't take care of it or balance it out myself when I feel like I should be able to do those things. But that's not the full truth, right? In bigger cities, if you mess up a line or take a mental health day, no one really focuses too much on that. Here in Valdez, everyone may know, everyone may talk. I'm not saying that may happen all the time. It's noticeable here. I mean, you live in a small town and things are noticed, like, and people do talk. Sometimes you just gotta let them talk. Clients aren't just clients walking in off the street necessarily, or strangers. They're teachers, they're people at the grocery store that you run across, or they're people you already know, or people you know through other people. There can be a lot of massive pressure. It's all about, ties, like 6 degrees. Being in Valdez, there's definitely the 6 degrees of everybody knowing everybody. I have to say that I've met some amazing people, and we all know somebody that we know that's connected. It's a really cool opportunity to get to know your community and the people in your community, and having friends in different areas that you probably wouldn't necessarily be friends with somebody in a big city like that. I mean, unless it's your personality, then that's great. I mean, I've connected with people all over, not just all over Valdez, but all over Alaska and out of state and some out of country. And it's actually really eye-opening to the experiences that I've had, not just with tattooing, but with having the different jobs being here in a small town. And it's even funnier knowing that there's so many people in this small town that come from the area that I grew up in. So it's wild to think that there are people living here that know the communities that I grew up in and know how it is and still go back. It's a cool experience. You still feel like you can have like a lot of pressure. I think it's okay, because you don't have to keep that pressure on yourself. You have to try your best. You have to do your best, and you have to show up and communicate with people. If you don't communicate those things, then yeah, it's going to be a lot harder and there's going to be more challenges. But I feel like if you can just be upfront and honest and communicate with people, it makes things smoother down the road. There's a lot of like times where I can fake it to make it. I feel like it may look like I'm being super productive and I'm not struggling, but inside I'm spiraling. I'm smiling, I'm taking my clients in, I'm going to work and I'm doing these things, I'm laughing, but I'm just spiraling inside. Internally, I am freaking out. And living with the high anxiety, whether you're taking medications or going to counseling or things like that, you still have those moments of you don't feel good enough, you can't make it through the day, you don't want to face whoever you're going to be in contact with in that moment, because your thoughts are just so loud and so just dismissive of all those positive things that you have to attribute to the situation. it can be so daunting because your anxiety just lies to you. Anxiety's a liar. It's triple checking your stencil when you're placing it. It's second guessing your worth even when you have a killer piece that you just did and feeling like if you stop for even a second, you might just fall apart. It can be that bad. It's trying to boost your self-confidence when you're lacking your self-confidence. You can find those moments where that confidence is so high and you're just on this high of everything's going great, but as soon as something, a little tiny rock comes into your path, it can feel devastating. That's not something that I want to have to continue to feel or project out. It's uncomfortable. But here's the thing. When I have my days where I feel like I can't keep going and I can't keep up with the hustle and bustle and the time management and everything and everybody needing something from me, I try to remember my why I'm doing this, why I need to keep going. I do it for myself because these are my dreams and my goals. I do it for my kids because I need to show them that with determination, patience, blood, sweat, and tears, all the above, that you can do it. Whatever you want to do in life, you can absolutely do it. You just need to put forth the determination, hard work, and effort, and just keep going. No matter what, you can do it. And, I want to do it for women who thought that they had to choose between motherhood and their passion, because you don't have to. You don't have to do that. You can have both. And if people are sitting there saying that you can't have both, I truly don't believe that. I truly don't believe that you have to decide between your passion and being a parent. It's just finding that balance that works best for you and your family. You could sit there and you could watch videos, you could read books and all of these things, but in the end, it's going to be on how it's going to work for you. So you have to find that sweet spot. I want to do it for people who are artists growing in small towns, thinking that no one will take them seriously. You don't know how much power you can have if you just try and just put yourself out there. But for me, this is my calling. This is what brings me peace. This is what brings me happiness. It's just finding the strength to power through the hard days, the days that I don't want to do it, the days that I'm sick, like now, the heavy grief. But it's also allowing moments of when you need a break. If you need a break, take the break. And, take it. Don't build this list of things that you have to do. If you need a break, take the break. But don't stay stagnant for too long. If you're out there chasing a dream with anxiety, sitting shotgun, and mom life in the back seat, or responsibilities in the back seat, keep driving. Keep going. Because you're not alone. If you found something relatable in this video, please drop a comment, like, share a story, subscribe, just say hi. This is Sahomie Tattoo. I'm Devin. Building something real. And, alright, ink, ice, and all. Bye.